Namo Amida. So thank you so much for dropping by. This is day three of my experiment of putting aside all my other spiritual beliefs. Not just my spiritual beliefs, but my beliefs about life. And looking at the world through a Buddhist set of eyes. And exploring, relying on Amida Buddha. As you can tell, I have a bit of a head cold or on the verge of one. So that's been interesting. Just being with that and recognizing that it's happening because of my karma, recognizing that bumps and pain and suffering that's what samsara is. There's no two ways about it. I've been mostly accepting of it. Yeah, I've had an interesting thing with emotional upsets today. I have a fig tree, and someone started picking it without my permission. And in the past, I've gotten pretty upset. Sometimes I've gotten a little upset, sometimes a lot. And today, I just kind of got a little bit of medium upset. And I thought about going and talking to the person, but given that I have a head cold, I'm not going to be eating any figs. And but it was interesting. Normally in the past when big feelings are triggered, there's kind of this thing of like, oh, I've got to do something about it. And today I just kind of let it be. And I just kind of meditated on like, okay, I'm a bamboo. I'm full of attachment, aversion, fear, confusion, and so forth and so on. And I just kind of let it be. Didn't really do much with it. And of course it passed. The other thing that was really interesting, though, is someone treated me unwell. And above and beyond that, that was nothing. And really kind of came at me with some negative energy, and it just didn't phase me, which is not like me. I normally take things on, and yeah. Uh, But yeah, so it's been a mixed day of being uncomfortable in the body and yet accepting it, being uncomfortable with some situations and accepting them, and I don't know. This just kind of feels like my life now. Not that every day is going to be peaceful, but I am spending a lot of time really reflecting on and reading the teachings and doing some nembutsu. And wow, my nose is really getting stuffy. So I guess the last thing I'll share is this was really interesting. I just went out. I really felt guided actually to go for a walk and go to this specific place. And this very attractive woman started flirting with me, and I flirted back. And then at a certain point, which normally happens to me, is I'm good at flirting in short doses. I'm really good in short doses. But then at a certain point, I really don't. I don't know how to do it, or I just feel uncomfortable or something. And that happened again today. And and it's just very. What I really sat with is just the confusion inside myself of like right now, just wanting to focus on Buddhism, like just like, oh wow, I would have liked to have gone out on a date with her. Like, oh, I don't think we were that compatible. Like, sure, I found her attractive and sort of saucy, but and so I really kind of just felt confusion. And it's interesting. I guess normally I don't really feel it. I mean, I'm confused plenty of times, but it's almost like today there was space for me to just be confused and be like, I don't have everything figured out about this whole dating, about the whole mating dating dance, and just kind of be okay with that. So those were some highlights for today. And oh, wow, a really biggie. This is actually a biggie. um, Someone who I thought really had Shinjin a while back sent me a link and some suggestions to read um, some things, and then I read it today, and it really kind of was very challenging. It still is. It's what I would call neo-Shin Buddhism, which takes this alternative view of, uh, like kind of like, well, Amida is just a story or it's just a symbol. And, I've heard such things before, but I think what was shook me up a little bit is this was someone who I really thought had really strong Shinjin. Um, and maybe they do, it's not for me to say, but also this was really expressed in Buddhist terms. And so it kind of threw me for a little bit of a loop. Um, so, but in between that loop, there's just a really good feeling and a really feeling that I'm on the right path. So I'm just going to keep on keeping on. And, uh, and word to the wise, during the process of, of seeking Shinjin, it's really important who you listen to. I found that out today. And really important to keep your distance from people who are skeptical, because the thing is, it's kind of a delicate process. I mean, until it isn't, until, this is my experience, it's a delicate process. Part of Shinjin is working through your doubts. And I have enough doubts and working through your emotional blockages to it. And I have enough of those on my own. I don't need anyone else's. I don't need help in that department. So it's kind of this interesting thing of I feel the need to encapsulate myself a little bit and not take in other people's views on Amida Buddha and the Pure Land. I want to find my own views. And that's what I learned from Paul Roberts, who he has an amazing YouTube channel on here, on YouTube. Is that this is about going within and finding your own answers, finding what's really true, finding out the truth, making contact with what he calls the Buddha within, which is really the essence of Mahayana Buddha, that we have the Buddha nature within us. We have something inside of us that can. A Buddha is omniscient. A fully realized Buddha is literally omniscient. And we have the seed of that inside of us. So we can get answers. Uh, or I'm starting to believe we can. Thank you so much for listening to this stuffy nose, as I talk about the Dharma with the stuffy nose. And I wish you all good, deep reflecting and deep finding. Namo Amida Butsu. Take care. Much love.